boy, is everyone ready for the big payoff to Splinter's friend Andre? You know, the guy he played chess with in the pilot? Well, Andre's back for hilarious citation-needed hijinks as he moves into the turtle's lair. Yay! This episode originally started off with a big close-up of the Twin Towers, so the versions on the Shout DVDs got it switched out for the Statue of Liberty, then Pepsi and Snapple. There's also another Twin Tower edit later on which featured a glass shatter transition, which they distorted on the edit to cover up the New York footage replacement. Anyway, Splinter's keeping a low profile, but getting ready to play chess out in the middle of a dock in broad daylight.
Andre, you are 2 hours late.
You sat around on this dock waiting for him for 2 hours?
I hate Splinter.
I've been evicted from my home. My landlord wants to rent to the yuppies. All the old folk in the building have been served with their walking papers.
Well, sounds like you got a housing discrimination case against them then.
My landlord is a big rat.
You will stay with me.
Anyway, Quease is randomly strutting down an alleyway like an idiot.
Note to myself, I'm a genius. My biodisruptor rod is completed.
Yeah, only the smartest people who have apparently created some new high-tech gadget decide to prance about in a back alleyway in New York with it.
The biodisruptor causes cells to generate excess heat. Instant meltdown.
Please, no one steal my heat stick from me!
Splinter, I'm perfectly capable of carrying some of my own stuff.
Did Splinter go to Andre's apartment building and help him pack? Being real loose with the stealthiness, Splinthole. Of all the idiots in New York they could have ran into, guess this is a pretty popular alleyway.
Forgive us. My sight was blocked by these suitcases.
No, I will not forgive you.
I don't forgive you, giant mutant rat. I have absolutely no questions about that. Bye! Seriously, why does Quease ignore Splinter here? He should probably know who that is by now. Dragonlord should probably have told him what Splinter looks like. Though, with how moronic everyone is in Next Mutation, maybe not, but even so, he is still a giant mutant rat. That's seriously got no scientific interest to you at all? And because Quease is hitting new lows in this episode, the super genius mixed up his disruptor rod with Andre's walking stick. And because Andre is blind, he doesn't hear or feel that.
A brush with evil.
And a brush with obliviousness.
Another brilliant example of turtleification. From now on, HQ will have a fail-safe ping-pong perimeter.
Ping pong balls. They're gonna protect themselves with ping pong balls. Donatello being the smart turtle feels just so far away at this point.
They would trigger this motion detector.
Which triggers the rain of 1,000 pongs.
I'm sure Mikey is supposed to be saying balls here, but all I can hear is bongs, so...
Yes!
Could Splinter seriously have not at least stopped by a payphone or something to give the turtles a heads up on this? I'd love it if the lair was currently under siege or something while Splinter was parading his buddy in here.
Meet my friend Andre. He will be staying as our guest.
Oh yeah?
For a few days.
I hate Splinter!
Did we just climb down a manhole?
You had to have noticed this for a while before this point, Andre.
We like to think of our home as a subterranean penthouse.
Well, that makes no sense. Okay.
Tell your landlord to do something about the weather in your apartment. Brother, you got hail!
Yes, hail in their subterranean penthouse. And hail feels exactly the same as ping pong balls, which Donatello just said.
Feel the awesome power of the ping-pong ball!
You got hail!
Venus is apparently too busy pretending she's somewhere else to give a shit, so again, she's being the smartest character in the episode. that's what blind people do with their walking sticks, right? Just swing them around and smash stuff.
So as long as we act human, we are in no danger of being exposed.
He's blind, not an idiot. Well, maybe he is an idiot too.
Man, this feels like a ping pong ball.
The ping pong balls felt like hail, but the smoke bomb feels like a ping pong ball. Okay.
Toys galore?
Don't throw that!
So, Andre apparently has a death wish and is kind of a jerk. Oh, a ball! Let me randomly throw this somewhere on the ground!
What's that stink?
You are in the sewers! You probably should have noticed a smell before this!
Michelangelo must be making dinner.
I hate beans.
Oh man, I thought bee dinner was Mikey's favorite.
What's this?
Who does this shit? It's weird to go and just start messing with people's stuff, blind or not. And apparently they had enough of Andre's hilarious antics in the UK because they cut the scene after the smoke bomb.
He's a menace!
Well, I have to agree with Stinky Leonardo here, and since he yelled that only a few feet away, of course Andre didn't hear it.
Hey, Splint! Shouldn't this big knife be in the kitchen or something?
I have no sense of anything!
The rod does work. It's just that this isn't it.
I'm so smart, I didn't notice that I just had a walking stick until now. Dragonlord gets slightly upset at Queef for queefing it up and threatens him, which is too scary, so it was awkwardly chopped off the Jetix DVD with Queef just doing a short mumble before it suddenly switches the scene.
Or else your research funding will be permanently cut off. Or else.
Okay, eat up, everyone.
Andre hates the supper they made, so he heads off unescorted to go get some other food, even though you think he might need a bit of help getting out of the sewer that he apparently doesn't even know he's in. And I guess all he really wanted to eat was pounds of cheese that he got from Dr. Cheese? Was this the beta name for Quease? Good thing they changed it to something not as easy to make fun of. Anyway, Queef hides behind a newspaper from the blind man.
I'm a genius.
He then dives at Andre and misses and can never get up in time to take a stick away from this guy who apparently can't hear things right beside him. So this guy can't see and can barely hear, apparently, and that doesn't make it dangerous at all for him trekking around New York by himself.
How much longer do you think he's gonna be staying, Master Splinter?
I don't know, Leonardo. There is an ancient saying about guests.
I know a modern one. Guests are like socks. They begin to stink after a few days. I hate Splinter.
He's back! What's that stench?
Strong cheese. This'll put hair in your chest. Oh, not that you need it, Splint. You're the hairiest man on the world.
Andre is a super genius, just like Dr. Quease.
You're a good kid, Raphael. Sorry for being a burden on you and your family.
They have a sorta nice moment between Raphael and Andre here, where for a split second before you remember what show this is, you think maybe they'll do some character stuff. But instead, they immediately destroy any sincerity in the moment by ruining it with a dumb snoring joke.
It's quieter on the streets of New York.
So Raph goes up onto the streets for no good reason and immediately gets attacked by the villains. Wow, we haven't seen that since last episode. This scene has been chopped to hell in the UK version, with them actually editing in a shot from later on over some of Quease's dialogue because he is threatening Raph with scissors.
You've been suffering from insomnia. As a doctor, may I prescribe a permanent cure? As a doctor, may I prescribe a permanent cure?
Seriously, they cut out scissors. More of this scene is cut out after the commercial break, including the part where Quease uses his scanner to actually know that Raph has been near the magic stick.
Disrupt the rod? You got the wrong B-movie, pal.
I don't think so.
I want the magic stick!
This better be good, Quease. I was right in the middle of a raw meal.
Dragon Lard is so lazy he can't even be bothered to shoot new eating footage, so this is the exact same meal and reused shot from the Going Ape episode.
Bada boom! Total turtleification!
cane are gone. He says he didn't want to be a burden, so he decided to get up early and start looking for a new home.
I guess he wasn't so bad after all.
He left. What a great guy.
We're saving Andre!
Not until dark. We cannot risk being seen in the day.
Saving his life isn't worth the risk like it is to play chess or help him move his luggage. I love being a hypocrite.
I hate Splinter.
And here I thought Quease couldn't look any dorkier. Did they not know the difference between blind and deaf? I mean, what does stupid Andre think that was? If only I had legs to get up and walk a couple of steps to take that stick away from you, but I guess not! Anyway, now that Andre could have easily been killed hours ago, the turtles leap into action. Well, I mean, after Splinter is done with his chess game against himself, that is the important thing. Aha! King me! So here's another transition establishing shot change, but this time it's not the Twin Towers being edited out, but the John Hancock Center. This has been swapped out for a few other shots, one with the Empire State Building. Now, the John Hancock Center is in Chicago, not New York, so it's kind of weird that this one was in here in the first place. I know we keep getting revealing Vancouver architecture, but that at least makes sense when they shot the show there. So this might be the first later edit done to actually try and fix something. I'm gonna guess most likely that this was just in a bunch of stock building footage that they were using and got added in by mistake. They did also edit in a shooting star to this shot, and the sound effect still plays on the alternate footage. Jeez, Andre sure is doing a good job searching for an apartment.
Give me the cane. And that... I'm warning you. He's just triggered the disruptor.
It's the ultimate weapon, but it's no match for my even more ultimate weapon, marbles!
Checkmate.
I know that you play chess with Splinter, I guess.
Mind if I play?
Get out of my way, stranger.
You're just another common rat man to me.
Well...
No, you cannot seriously act like that did anything. The hood was barely even on his head. I've seen plenty of hooded rats around, but you're the first to ever show me the top of their head. The turtles all immediately leave Splinter alone with Quease, who supposedly has a really powerful weapon right now, so what else can you say but...
I hate Splinter.
Yoo-hoo! Genius!
It's almost like the dial-up in Queef's head is slowing him down or something. It's a senile off, folks. It's a senile off.
See ya! Great team once again! Yay!
Andre, we are safe here.
Never send a pawn to do a king's job.
So, is Venus gonna magic her way out of this? Nah, she defeats Queef by distracting him with ping pong balls. Yup, that's it.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to build this disruptor?
I guess I can't build another one or fix this one. Not that it was very effective anyway.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sure enjoying myself.
You have to be aware that you and your supposed friends are being attacked, you moron.
The Dragon Lord is just going to love this.
Why are you always running around in the summer in a fur coat? You a werewolf or something?
You probably thought that maybe Andre would admit that he knew there was something off about Splinter and Company by the end of this, but nope, he really was just that oblivious. The biggest idiot of the episode was Dr. Quease. This was a close one, though, between Queef, Splinter, and Andre. They were all just neck and neck battling out for who had the numbest mind in this one. The Queefster just edged them out slightly by mistaking a cane for his powerful weapon, acting like he's defeated because he lunged at Andre and missed 2 times, and for having the gall to act shocked at that Splinter hood reveal. Next time on Next Mutation, Donatello is back in the idiot seat as he decides to work with Quease, cause why shouldn't he trust the dial-up dimwit who tried to dissect him?
I don't know what's going on. I'm sure enjoying myself.
Well, I'm a genius.